Hey, it's springtime. That means, of course, everything lawn, everything garden. And if you have any questions, this is the guy to answer them. And Roger, so you know where we are. Race Brothers. Good to see you, Roger.
Good to see you. Good morning.
Always good talking to you. Okay, let's talk about, the first line of defense in the yard is the equipment that you have to use.
Absolutely.
This is the time to get a jump on things, so that equipment is going to work for you through the seasons.
That's right. Right now, all the shops are getting backed up. It's time. You really need to hurry to get it in here ready for that first mowing. Some of us already mowed a little. It's coming right up.
Yeah.
And you think about your blade. You need to replace or sharpen your blades. Oil
Let's talk about that, because you talked about the service shops are getting full. Talk about that a little bit here, because you've got great service when it comes to lawn and garden equipment.
Yeah, our guys know their equipment. They're well versed on the Cub, Husqvarna, Steel, all the brands we sell.
Yeah.
And that's why we get so busy. They know we know what we're doing. We have the parts on hand, and we get backed up quickly.
But the thing about it is, also, everybody who's working in back there, they'll answer your questions and kind of help you through what you might need to know if you want to do it yourself.
That's right. The guys at the parts counter know if it makes sense for you to do it. The guys in the shop might be able to lend a little hand of how, although that's kind of their secret to get busy.
Well, sure.
But no, we're glad to help in what we can. And under warranty, don't try to fix something yourself. You've knocked us out of the loop. Bring it in if you think it's, don't come in at me with a part and say, I need this on warranty. Yeah. That part we need to do, because there's paperwork to be filed and policies that they set.
Well, you may ace yourself out of a warranty.
Correct,
if you
and we don't like that any more than you would.
Right, right. Okay, so we've talked a little bit about the shop, but you also started talking about the little parts and pieces that you really need to get out ahead of. This is the time to get it done, so you make sure that everything is working through the season. First one you mentioned, of course, is the blade. If you don't have a good blade, you don't have a good cut.
That's right, that's right. And we suggest you have two sets. One that's sharpened, you put on. When you take off the dull one, you're still good to go. You bring it in at your convenience. Next time you pick it up, and you're already ahead of the game. Yeah. Instead of downtime, you run in here on a Saturday in a hurry and we don't have time or we're backed up. Be ready, be waiting.
Now, of course, that's the visible thing, but there are a lot of those things that are hidden away that are just as important to keeping equipment going. And you've got one here, and that's a filter. And filters come in all shapes and sizes, and you got them all here.
And it varies on every machine. Yeah. They all have air filters, usually an oil filter. They've probably got a fuel filter, and there might be some other ones in the system, but to do with hydraulics and stuff. Each one's a little different, but they all need servicing. If your mower has grease zerks, needs grease, needs to be ready to go.
Yeah, you just need to keep on top of those, because one little filter can affect how everything works on your mower or your weed eater or anything like that.
That's right. It's not always the big thing. It can be anything, and it'll just shut you down.
Let's talk a little bit about something else, because there are mowers and weed eaters and things who, well, they have fuel mixtures and things like that, and you found a way to kind of shortcut things here, and it's a pretty pure mixture then.
Right. These here, and there's two different brands. We sell them in this size. We sell gallons, 5 gallons, even 50 gallons. Some companies do it. Saves downtime. It's pure fuel, pre-mixed. All you do is pour it in. It may sound expensive to you when you start buying it, but with no service problems and no downtime, you'll find out it really doesn't pencil out too bad. We've got companies buy 50-gallon drums to cut their downtime.
Well, sure, because if your fuel mixture isn't right, you're going to start to gum up the works. That means sooner or later, you're going to have to bring it in for some kind of servicing. This can help you alleviate a lot of that.
That's right. And then in winter, it's easier storage because it's pure fuel. Just run the carburetor dry, but you don't have to service the fuel in any way, and you'll be ready to go.
All right, if people want more information, there are so many things that Race Brothers has to offer. People want to keep track of these things. How do they do that?
Well, one's our website, racebrothers.com, but others call anytime. We got various departments. We'll direct you to whether it be lawn and garden or the power equipment, clothing, all those different departments. In fact, clothing, they might need some overalls to mow in or gloves.
Exactly.
They always need gloves for this kind of lawn and garden
gloves, face gear, all that. It's always a good idea. Okay, now, you have 3 locations. You're in Carthage, Springfield,
Carthage, Monette.
And Monette, so you're all around. Okay, get in the line.
You'll like the way we do business. Tell a friend.
What he said.